and it's Friday today. We're on day 8. So we've had 7 days, and the whole goal here is to grow the Facebook account to 10K per month consistently, right? And it's scaling from an account that had 0 friends. We're now up to 12 friends. As you see, it's growing every day. As long as we keep sending out friend requests, we're going to keep getting conversations, friends, engagement. I made a post today, so you can go ahead and see. I made a post 34 minutes ago, so I spent a little bit of time, just had a conversation with somebody yesterday. I had 80,000 likes on their post, which is crazy, and they're asking, like, what should I do with it? So we have a lot of ways with FlowChat that we can reach out to those people, book calls, and even at like a low booking percentage, you're booking a lot of calls that way. So that's one of the cool things I made a post about, just trying to, generate more algorithm than anything at this point. I posted it as a story as well, so you can always go and view the story, and that helps as well. So I had 1 viewer, awesome. I don't really care at this point in terms of viewership. It's more for the algorithm, and what I do care about is sending out friend requests consistently. So if we look at our stats here, I'll pull in our stats, we'll be able to see how many people that I actually reached out to. And yesterday, if we go over here, I'll pull myself over here. By the way, I have Ginger's email to our CTO. We're going to go through that in a second here. But here we sent over 11. So yesterday, the automation was going off, and then Facebook said, hey, you shouldn't be adding more people right now. So I took a break and left it at that. Today we're at 6 already. I'm going to run it a couple more times. We'll most likely hit 14, 15 today. And then we have a new friend today, so we're going to send over a message. Right, we had a new friend request accepted. We already, I think, have another one from these 6. And then we're going to send out our initial message. Follow up is not today. So if we look at our pipeline, we have Mike that we're going to send the initial message to, and then Jaden here and all these people. You see there's 8 leads total. If I grab my little pencil, we have 8 leads total. And actually I should be adding a deal value when they're qualified. So this is something that's really cool going forward. With all these leads, whenever they hit the qualified stage, we're going to add a deal value of 997 to them automatically. So if I drop Allison in here, for example, you'll see boom 997, and then I can see at the top, so 997 will go here for the person, but at the top I can see 1997, and at that point, now you can see if I keep stacking it. So if I drop Anthony, you'll get an idea of what your pipeline value is, and if you start closing these deals, right, and what they could be. So Mike here, and if I ever wanted to just manually go in and do it, and if I close, like one of our plans is 3,000, 5,000, we have a 15,000 plan that we just came out with, right? So if it's 15,000, I would come in here, I would go into other, proposed value, if it was 997, if it was 15,000, right? Whichever it is, I can put it here and then it'll stack it. So for now, because we haven't closed anything, I always put the lowest value that it can be, and then we can adjust it as we go if we close the deal, right? Like Ginger could be, maybe one of our plans is 4997, right? So if I go edit, I go into other, you'll see that we have all these awesome things that you can customize. We can do 4997, and then cool, we can even look at the percentage of commission. Maybe if you're a salesperson, you get 10% commission. So if we look at that, we have that, and then the commission will be added on the back end to that sales rep. So then you can keep track of if you had like a sales rep in here. Really cool, right? So at that point, I'll remove the commission just because it's just me in this pipeline. I go here, I go like that, hit save, and this little 0.1 is going to reload and go away after. So yeah, that's the whole idea here today. As we send Mike a message, and once again I don't need to select it, but I could, we'll see, because he's today, we'll send him a direct message, and then while that automation goes off, let's go ahead and review the email that I sent to Ginger and her CTO. So if you remember, I'll pull in the conversation as well. Let's go see Ginger. All right, we have a couple conversations to get back to as well. that's the other thing here today. So we'll open in Messenger. So if we go back, we know where she is in the pipeline. I know when to follow up. Right, we just saw in the pipeline. So initial message, the 23rd. She said, cool, we'll be waiting. That's exactly what we want. Then back and forth. She said LinkedIn's her main platform. I said awesome. Then from there, right, is it working for you good? So she's not doing lead gen right now. So she opened up a little bit. She said in 2026 she's gonna hit it again. So I said, oh, really? I didn't expect you to say that. That's one of our go-tos. And then would you be opposed to seeing how we can? So the way I positioned it, how we can get started in 2026, right? Not right now, because that's what she said over here. And then I said no pressure, only to make sense. Only if it makes sense for 2026. So we're letting her out of like a pressured sales situation, because a lot of people feel triggered in those situations. And then she said, send me your tech info and I'll share with my CTO. She said, I don't do tech, so that's totally cool, right? Want me to send it here by email? Email please. She sent me the email. It's her email, which is good because it's Ginger. So, and then she said, I'll send it over today. Just sent the email. She said, awesome. And I know that she looked at it. So this is the email. I can see at the bottom my teammates that I BCC'd read it, but Ginger read it 4 hours ago. Right, I can see. There we go. This is the email. So Ginger, info to share with your CTO, FlowChat overview. So you always want to put like the business name, because that's what we're talking about here. Right, and then, hey Ginger, appreciate the messenger chat. As promised, here's a quick overview of FlowChat. You can pass to your CTO. So we're just doing what we said we were going to do. FlowChat helps high-touch B2B teams scale cold outreach conversations across LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, 15 other platforms without ads or clunky tools. So I just gave a really like high-level version of what FlowChat is, built for visibility, speed, control. What makes it effective is our Kanban style view, as you guys know. Right, this thing is what makes FlowChat. Our automations, of course. So we sent that out, right? And so human-like automations, and then tracking, so you know what works. Reporting. Hey, this is exactly what I'm doing here in this video, right? I could even send something like this, for example. So for context, we have one of our clients here that posted this, last month. They collected 400K cash collected thanks to FlowChat. So I posted that here, that she can go see the review, see more reviews of FlowChat, because we have, Trustpilot, where we have great reviews, 4.7 out of 114 reviews. People are posting like 5-star reviews of us all the time, right? So I post that there as case studies essentially. I still have case study page as well if I wanted to send that as extra. So I have this in my back pocket, and I can actually send a specific case study that's a full breakdown of exactly what that client did, what they're doing, how they won, right? And then they can book a call if that's there. But essentially, here I'm saying here, if you want to see it live, grab a demo time with one of my experts here. I'm not even booking it on my own calendar, because I actually want to film my team's calendar at this moment. So this is how I'm able to pass it off, right? No pressure. Happy to walk them through and see if the timing and fit are right for where you're headed. If you have any questions, or your CTO, don't hesitate to reach me here or in the Facebook DMs, because that's where we originally talked. Right? So now she's gonna send it to CTO. I'm just gonna put a reminder for Monday to go back and reach out and see if there's any questions, or if they want to book that call, and just get them in. That's the whole next step here. And we're gonna do the same thing following up on Facebook with Ginger. Right? Happy Halloween. So I'll just do a quick follow-up. Let me know if you have any questions about my email, or if you're... So I'd say let me know if you or your CTO has any questions about my email. I can send over more info, or they can hop on a quick call with my team to get a walkthrough of the platform and strategies. and proven strategies that are working right now. Right, so we want to just angle it that way. Then here with Ginger, I just want to follow up at the same time as the email. So my little calendar is here. We're just going to follow up on Monday, the 3rd. So now we have the 3rd, and we've at the same time sent Mike here our first message. We can close this window. We can reload the pipeline. It's actually going to move Ginger at the same time as well. So now she's good to go. Mike's over here, and we have our message received. So one thing that I am going to set up probably over the weekend is our automation queue to be able to pick up new messages. So I'm checking for new friends on a daily basis. But what I can do is also check for new messages, and it's going to pull them out of whichever stage they're in, like in these 3 stages, and move them here for me automatically without having to wait for the timer, so I can keep the conversations going. All right, so what we're going to do here is just check for new friends. If you see, this is my account, this is my other account. So check for new friends, and then we're going to hit run now. Or sorry, check for new messages, which is right under check for new friends. So I'm going to go into the messaging box and move anyone over forward. So right now we have nobody. In 2 seconds, we're just going to see what that looks like and then push it over. And then that's going to be it for day 8. I guess we're in day 8. And happy Halloween, everybody. It's October 31st. So Friday is usually a little bit slower. But look, 1, 2, 3. I got 3 responses already from my messages yesterday of following up. So you can see how conversations now are picking up. We're starting, maybe we book a call from those conversations today, depending how I go back and forth, right? Looks like Kenzo might be a good fit. He's using Facebook, TikTok, IG, LinkedIn, YouTube, and I think they started Pinterest, he says. We work on all those platforms, including Pinterest. So that's going to be awesome. Richard here, a little defensive, so I'll have to play around. I don't know how he thinks it's a canned response. Definitely the first ones are templates, and he knows the tool. So it sounds like he knows about the templates, but maybe he doesn't know about our new AI features or something else. So great conversation here to have with Richard that'll be able to kind of open up. He seems very receptive. We'll be able to keep going back and forth. So really cool there. And then over the weekend, I'm going to just keep adding. I like to do that on Saturdays and Sundays with Facebook. You don't really need to stop, so you can keep adding people, 15 per day. And then starting Monday, I'm going to do 20 per day. And going so on and so forth up until the account gets to about 30 per day, and then we just stay completely consistent on that. So that's more than 150 people you're reaching out to from one profile to connect with, and then you're having those conversations, right? So that's the idea here, and it's not about huge volume. It's not about spamming like thousands of people. It's about having the right conversations with the right people. So as you saw, I went into the right Facebook group, which I'm going to have to do next week as well. So I'll go into another group. I'll record that, see how we pull them out. I have my qualifier in the back end. Maybe I can run through that a little bit more of exactly who I'm looking for, how many mutual friends we should have, how many friends they should have, how many posts they should have, how many recent posts, how you can find content on the post depending on who you're looking for, how you can exclude people as well, like people maybe that are admins, virtual assistants. I don't like to deal in the crypto space because our software doesn't really work in that space depending on what's going on, right? So I might exclude crypto people, things like that. So we now have, just finishing up checking the automation. I'm just going to wrap it up there. We'll click here. I'm going to stop the automation. I'm going to reload, and to terminate, we just hit terminate. Most likely it's moved everybody over, which is awesome. We're just going to go over here. So 1 message received. I think there was a couple other ones, but it just, because we've already sent the transition question. So yeah, out of the new ones, there was 1. These ones, the transition question sent. I don't have another stage, so I'd have to build another stage, but that's okay. So here I can just go in and start messaging these people and going back and forth like we were just doing, right? And awesome, that's the next step. So here, maybe I use my AI because now we actually have more of context of a conversation. We'll see what it says. I'm still working and tweaking it. Yeah, what makes you choose one platform or another? Oh, I like that question, right? My meteor buyer does that currently. So we'll say that's with ads. Then do you have someone helping you with direct outreach on socials using DMs? For pound usually has the best response rate / conversion. So now we're having a conversation there all the time, my man. So that's exactly, I see, by design, or I'd say, so he's saying it all the time, so obviously it's by design. You must, I'll take a guess, right? You must have a system in place to do that then. Yeah? Right, and then now transition question sent. We're just gonna move him over. And then next person was Richard. Here, I'll just wrap this up. You can see how we respond. Oh, you used FlowChat before? And the first two were templates. That's right. But the next messages was all me. And this is as well. I'll even send over a voice note. So we're gonna send it over a voice note. All right, we're gonna say, we're gonna grab the device. While visiting the site. Hey Richard, just wanted to say this is Jacob, right? So I'm real. You've been going back and forth, and 100%. The first two things were to get engagement, to get you to talk. But the idea is once that's in place, then we come back and forth with a real person. So this is actually me. Did you use FlowChat before? I'm curious because it sounds like you're very familiar with our tool, but sometimes people, have used us, or they just saw us on like a webinar or an event or something like that. So I'm curious, how did you see us, or were you a user? Okay, I don't know if that actually sent. So I'll do that. Alright, Kenzo, he's already read it. Right, boom. He knows where we're going with this. TJ saw it. So I'll come back to TJ probably pretty soon. When somebody sees it like that, yeah, we'll send it. Just, I like that. And then we're gonna do second follow-up sent. Just because he saw it. Okay. Now here, we're gonna say happy Halloween, by the way. Okay, so now we're all good. We'll see you on Monday. We're gonna see how many friend requests I have. Maybe that CTO has booked a call by then. Maybe I've booked a call with Kenzel or Christian, because it seems like it's gonna be going the right way. And then we're gonna have more conversations to go through, and the pipeline's gonna keep moving forward. So that's gonna be fun. We'll see you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend. Talk then.